Well, we're off on our travels again in the morning. Our May 2023 destination is Llanberis in Snowdonia, North Wales. Well, on our last holiday we ran out of gas and I don't carry 2 bottles because of the heavy nose weight of this caravan. Well, I'm changing it for another Calalite 6 kilo whilst we can still get hold of them. That's the empty bottle coming out. It's very light actually. Oh, this one's a bit heavier. Tighten the strap up. Tuck that down there. Take off the dust cap. Pigtail on. Gas threads are reverse thread so that you don't connect water to gas. So it's a safety feature. Just wants nipping up. That should do it. And we'll see you on the road in tomorrow. We're heading for Llanberis Touring Park. It's a Morris leisure site. They are a family business and they own 6 sites located in Shropshire, Herefordshire and North Wales. 3 of their sites are Caravan and Motorhome Club affiliated, and Stanmore Hall is one of them. It's a brilliant site and we had a fantastic time there last October. I'll put a link at the end of the video. Llanberis Touring Park isn't affiliated, but you do get a discount if you're a member of either the Caravan and Motorhome Club or the Camping and Caravanning Club. And we've got £22 discount over the 5 nights we're staying there. We're on a fully serviced pitch. They call theirs super pitches. And for 5 nights, after discount, we're paying £200 and 50 pence. And that's £40, 10 pence per night. However, Morris Leisure run a loyalty card scheme. For every night you stay, you get a stamp. And our loyalty card is full, 12 stamps. So we're entitled to 1 free night here this week. So that's good. Morris Leisure run offers from time to time. 3 nights for the price of 2. But a full loyalty card can't be used in conjunction with that offer. We're leaving the A4244 and turning left onto the A4086.
Please follow the road for 1 mile.
We're nearly there. 500 yards.
In 300 yards, you will have reached your destination.
This site's 1 o'clock arrival. That caravan in front of us is going in there by the looks of it.
You have reached your destination.
Here it is, to the left here. Sorry, site full, unless booked. Look at that. That's it, into reception. We've been into reception. Had all those leaflets and instructions and site map, and we've been allocated pitch 39. That's up here. This one here, 39, this is the one. Somebody's just said, morning Rob. This is the service setup. It's a 16 amp. I've used a 10 metre hookup cable. It's got a TV hookup point, but I've tuned the TV into the caravan aerial. We ain't got many stations, but we've got the ones we want, but at least I've got the hookup point if I need it. Mobile phone signal is good. I've shovelled chippings under this wheel and scraped a few away from the other wheel, and that's helped to level the caravan up. Phil from Lost Weekend's Caravan channel talked about collapsed pipes collapsing, and that's exactly what's happened to this one when you get some warm or hot water running through them, so we'll have to make a slight adjustment. This is the view from the front of our caravan. There's a mountain there overlooking the caravan site. And this is looking up the site. We've just walked to the top of the site, looking back down onto our caravan and the mountain. There's a service point here, bins, toilet emptying point and water, and there's a path here to the dog walk. This is the view up and down the back of our caravan with the dog walk and quite a large pond. We've heard a few ducks out there. That's looking up towards the top of the site. Morning, we're going to have a look round, rest at site, and then we'll walk into Llanberis village. With the reception behind me, let's follow the one-way system. There are a total of 54 pitches, 35 are standard pitches, the dark red ones, and 19 of them are super pitches, the blue ones. So we're stood here looking down this road here. This stream comes from the pond behind us where we're pitched. There are some ducks down there. We're looking at these few pitches here and the footpath to the village. We'll carry on around the one-way system. We're stood opposite the service point looking up the one-way system, and between pitch 15 and 16 is an entrance to the footpath and dog walk. We're now at the side of pitch 16 looking up to the bridge over the stream. We're now stood here over the stream looking at these few pitches. And here we have the motorhome service point to the left and the bins and toilet disposal to the right. We're now stood here looking back up the super pitch area. And there's our Olympus to the left. This is our pitch. Good view, isn't it?
These are the ladies' facilities. They've just been cleaned and it smells lovely. Laundry room. And a family room. But Robert's walked off with a key, so I can't show you. And washing up.
As you can see, it's a lovely small site with the picturesque backdrop of the mountain behind me, and although they allocate your pitch for you on arrival, you can request a specific pitch number when you're booking online in the notes box, and they'll do their best to accommodate, but it's not always possible at busy times. We're going to take the footpath between pitch 10 and 11 to the village. It's a lovely short woodland footpath. If you're going to the village, don't go up the steps, you go this way. There's the gate, turn right and you're on the high street, and the village is another few minutes walk up the road. There's some brightly coloured buildings here, and it's about a 15-minute walk to the centre of the village. It's the gateway to Snowdon, Ice cream for dogs. Pharmacy here. Spa convenience store here. Look at this, Snowdon honey and a tea garden. Pub here next to the honey shop. Outdoor shop behind me, that's 2 I think I've seen now. 90% gluten free. Pete restaurant. Nice little area next to the church with the eating cabin. We've come for a little look round St Adam's Church. Cafe that welcomes dogs. A convenience store and newsagents. I bought a loaf of bar of breath and I'm going to enjoy some of that later on, so we'll see you tomorrow. Exciting day today. I've literally just booked 2 train tickets for a unique train journey up the highest mountain in Wales and England, Snowdon, so we'll see you in a bit. We're here and it's taken 18 minutes at a steady walking pace.
Right, we'll pick the tickets up.
Got the tickets, we're waiting to be called to board the train and we're in compartment E.
E. Yeah, just mind the gap as you go in, please. Where are you aiming to? Aye.
We are going to be pushed up the mountain by the diesel Hunzelet locomotive situated at the rear of the carriage. Obviously this can't be pulled up Snowdon. It has to be pushed up the mountain for obvious reasons. I do need visible contact with the driver at all times, so I do need you to remain seated. Please do not attempt to open any doors. I will open the doors for you when we stop at the platform at Clogwyn Station. Also, your tickets are only valid on this train. Please do not miss this train down. You have not got time to walk to the summit and back again and then catch this train down. So it's a 30-minute stay, and as I mentioned, you return on the same train. Okay? On your return to the carriage, get back inside the same compartment, allowing family and friends to sit together. Okay, guys? Thank you.
And we packed in like sardines.
Yeah, and we're off. 45 minutes to Clogwyn. That's the steam engine. This one open carriage. That's the Llanberis path. That's the train line going to the right.
It's getting steeper now.
We're at Clogwyn Station and the train stays here for half an hour.
So you all want to go down?
There's the station, and down there is the Llanberis Pass. Train's leaving, that's the next train, and down there you can see the steam train descending the mountain, and there's Llanberis. Track maintenance, I suppose that's why the train's not going to the summit at the moment, but on the website it says the train starts going to the summit from the 24th of June, and that's the summit behind me. Nearly there, and just look over there, 5 beautiful stretches of water. You wouldn't be aware of these if you weren't up here. This is the summit station and cafe. We're at the trig point. We've reached Snowdon summit and and it's freezing.
And windy.
Yeah, go on.
That's the view from the Summit Cafe. It's Anglesey over there and West Coast. You've got to watch your footing coming back down. Well, we're back at Clogwin Station and we're going to walk back to the caravan. It's about 4 miles. Everybody's getting back on this train because it's going back to Llanberis. This is the halfway cafe for walkers. There are no toilets and it's not open yet. I suppose it opens in June when the train starts going to the summit. Information here on the Llanberis path. Just got back, so from the summit back here 2.5 hours and we're totally whacked. I must say, the mountain railway certainly got its plus points. It's quite special knowing you can ascend the highest mountain in Wales and England by train, and it cuts out that gruelling uphill hike. But I'll tell you something, we saw a disabled person in a wheelchair enjoying the views and taking in that fresh mountain air. So that's nice, so it's a big tick there. Negatives would have to be, well, you are rather packed in like sardines, but apparently the Heritage steam train carriage has a little more space, so we would recommend paying that little bit extra. Well, we paid £32 each return plus a £3.50 booking fee to Clogwin Station, and the price on the steam train was £45, so an extra £13 each, so it's not cheap. At this time of year, the trains only go 3/4 of the way up the mountain to Clogwin Station. There are no toilets there. And yes, the views are lovely, but the summit is still 1 mile away. Trains to the summit start on the 24th of June this year. And the charge to the summit is £38. That's £6 more than what we paid. And the steam train to the summit is £50. That's £5 more than what it is now. Oh, and they don't do single tickets on the steam train, but there's lots more information on the Snowdon Mountain Railway website. There is an early bird train that's a bit cheaper, and that leaves the station at 9 o'clock every morning, and that's return ticket only. Other times of the day, you have got the choice of a single ticket on the diesel train for those who choose to walk back down the mountain. We played it safe and bought return tickets because we didn't want to walk up to the summit if it were shrouded in clouds. But had we known the visibility were going to be very good, we'd have purchased 2 single tickets and saved ourselves £24. Anyway, after the journey up on the train, there's no way we were going to take the train journey back down. Well, the views at Clogwin were lovely, but nothing compared to the summit. We thoroughly enjoyed the views coming back down. It was toe-crunchingly steep in places. We'd got sausage fingers and aching legs, and Gail had to stop at one point to put a blister cushioning plaster on one of her toes. But we're glad we made it to the summit. We nearly ran out of charge at the summit. I had a fully charged power bank. This was a free gift from Screwfix. Plugged it in and it gave me an extra 10% and it ran out of power. So we were a bit selective on what video clips and photographs we took. By the time we got back, there were 1% left. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this creamy Lancashire. It's from our last trip away at Bridgehouse Marina Caravan Park in Lancashire from Julie Cheese Factory. Morning, we're going to head off into the village again today. Well, when you're booking at reception, the wardens give you this handy Llanberis village leaflet, and it shows you all the local attractions. And as you can see, Lake Padarn runs parallel with the shops on the high street. So everything is within walking distance of the caravan site, which is here. There are bus stops along the high street, a giant sword, there's a picnic area and car parking along here. The Lakeside Steam Railway Station is here, across the road from the Snowdon Mountain Railway Station. Dolbadon Castle, National Slate Museum, and if you wanted to walk from the caravan, which is a short footpath through the wood to the high street, along the high street to the railway stations, is about 20 minutes. So there's lots to see and do. I think we're in for a busy day today, so let's get going. Gail's suffering a bit after descending Snowdon yesterday. How are you feeling?
Very achy.
This is the blade of the giant. It stands 20 foot tall. King Arthur is heavily associated with Snowdonia, and the design is based on the sword used by Prince Gwynedd. There's a children's play area, this lovely picnic area, car park, right next to Lake Padarn. We're having tea and biscuits in the picnic area by Lake Padarn.
Cheers.
Cheers. They've pumped all those boards up. Dog's enjoying it, look. There's the Lakeside steam train. We're thinking about going on that later today, seeing that Gail's got aching limbs. Lovely and peaceful here. Look at the little fish. Yellow iris. Castle there. Let's make us way there. Got to cross this slate bridge to Dolbadon Castle. And that water's deep, it's ever so clear, you can see the bottom. And it's free to look round. It's just a bit of a climb. Good view of Llanberis from here. The view from this side of the keep is the power station. Who goes there, friend or foe? I'm going to go up to the top level. Oh!
Hello.
I think the sheep's a bit lost. I've got us tickets. We're on the Lakeside Railway, Lake Padarn. We've got a carriage to ourselves. End of the line. Engine's moving down. There's the summit of Mount Snowdon. We were up there yesterday. We're stopping at this station for 5 minutes. Lake Padarn is 104 metres above sea level and 29 metres at its deepest. This is where he fills up with water.
This is the last call for trains today. 2:45 departure, standing at the station. Will be leaving in 2 minutes' time. Any more passengers for this train? Go on now, please.
Coupling back up. enjoying it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's lovely.
This is where the caravan site is, adjacent to Lewis Lake. It opened in 2016, but this map is dated 2012. The footpath to the village goes through the woods and comes out on High Street here. And then you can go along High Street where all the shops are. And here is the Snowdon Mountain Railway train station. And here is the Lakeside train station. The Lakeside train journey is around a 5-mile return journey. And here is the end of the line. The Snowdon Mountain Railway journey takes you along this line. All the way along here. This is Clogwin Station. And from the 24th of June 2023, the train will continue to the Summit Station. This is the Llanberis path. And here is the halfway house or halfway cafe. And then that path continues back to the village. Here is Snowdon Castle, and here is the National Slate Museum. We've just come down the high street, the church is behind me, and we're turning up this road to go to the waterfall. Come on then. They knew where they were going. This is the footpath to the viewing platform at the base of the waterfall. We've come under the railway arches and we're taking this steady incline up to the bottom of the waterfall. It's a lovely walk. Looks like it's coming down a chute. Here's the gate for the waterfall. This is another viewing platform. To get to the base of the waterfall, we went down the high street and then at the side of the church we took this road, followed this road round to this point here, and then we went up this lane and then we took a footpath at the side of a building and that took us along the river to the base of the waterfall. Alternatively, if you want to go part way up the waterfall, carry on up the lane and then there's a gate that takes you across the mountain railway track. We're having a cuppa and a biscuit and then we're going to have a walk in Coed Doctor, the woods behind the caravan. This used to be a visitor attraction. Wouldn't have minded going in there and doing some underground tours, but it's been shut for a few years now. This looks like our kind of wood. This is Lewis Lake, nice and peaceful. Lots of solid footpaths meandering through the wood, good for dog walking. Look over here. They've had a campfire going. And there's a sign here, no caravanning or tenting. Let's go this way. And back to the caravan park. We've had a good stroll through the woods. This is where the caravan site is, and this is Lewis Lake that our caravan's backing onto, and this is where the ducklings are. Do you know, it's been a pleasure staying here at Morris Leisure Llanberis Caravan Park, and it's a site we can highly recommend, and if we came here again we'd find plenty to keep us occupied. It's a hotspot tourist attraction offering something for everyone. We never did visit the National Slate Museum that we passed on the Lakeside Railway. It's free admission, it's got a cafe, and you get to see slate splitting demonstrations. There's also a water wheel, and you get to visit the former quarrymen's homes. We never saw the quarry hospital. It's free admission and it houses original medical equipment from the 1800s. And it also has a restored ward complete with an old x-ray machine. And although we enjoyed the Lakeside Railway, we never walked any of the woodland footpaths in Snowdon Country Park. We haven't used the car this week, but I would have liked to have drove the scenic Llanberis Pass, and we never found the secret lake. Apparently it's a transient blue lake with waterfalls in a massive quarry. Llanberis is far from being your regular rural set village with a church, convenience shop and pub. It's such an interesting place and it's very scenic. Well, and finally, for this trip I've used OS Explorer map OL17. Well, thank you very much for joining us and we hope to see you again soon.